All right, guys, so we have made it. We are on another road trip. Second verse, same as the first. So this weekend, we are back up at Georgia Bushcraft. So this is the Georgia Bushcraft Fall Gathering, and we're fresh off of Wild Camp 2025, which went great. If you didn't see that, go check out the link for it. That was last week. So this week we're at Georgia Bushcraft. And I'm really looking forward to this. I'm teaching the class. And then we're gonna just be free to mosey around and see what we can get into. So this year we actually decided to get back here in the primitive area. And just kind of, they've got this area cleaned out quite a bit in here. It looks really good. So we're gonna get set up back here. I'm hammock camping this year. And got Greg with me and our buddy Randy. And it's gonna be a good time, so got to get our stuff set up and then we can get to enjoying ourselves. All right, so got the hammock set up here. And I can learn, and I do read the comments. So the comments said that the easiest way to close the ends on this and get a good seal was to pull each corner to the opposing stake. And I did that, and it works great. So thank you very much. I did get the hammock up and everything. Pretty sweet setup. I'm really enjoying this one wind setup. Greg's got his stuff set up over here, and Randy is over there in his setup. So I think we're good to go now. I have to run up to the front and hopefully they have ice, because I forgot to get ice on the way in here. So I think they've got ice up there, but I'm not 1,000% sure. Today being, you know, early, I don't know if they've got that open yet. So we're just gonna have to go check.
Great success.
Like 400 and something bucks.
So everybody's kind of doing their own thing tonight, and we've got our camp set up, and our fire is just about burned down the coals. So as soon as this thing gets down where we want it, we've got a couple of are they New York strips?
Yes.
New York strip steaks to cook. Greg got us. So we're going to get those seasoned up here pretty quick and get us some New York strips cooked. And then tomorrow we've got some classes to go to. So we'll walk around tomorrow. We're going to go to a few classes, and I'll show you the booths and stuff up there. And I got to get around here and see some of my old friends. That's one of the things I love about coming back to Georgia Bushcraft, is I get to see some of the friends I've made over the years. So tomorrow's going to be a good day.
The movie.
So I got my steak done, and not only are we sitting here eating dinner, we're watching the Wild Camp video. Oh yeah, look at that. Coffee. A good cup of coffee this morning. So like a dummy, I forgot to pack my Kuska, or however you say that, Kuska. But Mr. Randy let me use his Kuska, so I appreciate it, because I was gonna have to drink out of a tin cup this morning like a savage, which Randy's over here drinking out of a tin cup, but nothing but love, Randy.
My late 20s when I got married. So my husband had a couple of...
All right, so I have had my coffee this morning, and I decided I'd come up here and walk around a little bit and see what the vendors are starting to get going. So everybody right now is just getting everything out and open. But a lot of vendors this year. It's kind of chilly this morning. Felt good. Slept great last night. And I'm really looking forward to this event. I only have one class, and I'm teaching my class tomorrow morning, so I've got all day today to just walk around and check things out. And then tomorrow I have a bunch of classes I'll be taking too, so that'll be pretty cool. But I'll walk around here and see what we can see this morning. There comes a couple of hoodlums right there. Randy, what you got there? What's that orange thing you're carrying?
That's a sit pad, man.
Tough Possum sit pad.
That's right.
Great choice, great choice.
That one didn't have any?
Well, and it has a stiff strap, so.
Okay, yeah. Let me take I got two.
There's Mr. Patrick. Mr. Patrick this morning. We're going to try to peer pressure him into teaching at Wild Camp next year.
Maybe.
It is super foggy this morning, and looking at the weather forecast, we got some rain coming here in a little while, so I'm trying to wander around, see if there's anything I need to spend money on early, but most people aren't really opened up yet, so they're just now getting everything set up. So I think I'm going to wander up here to the little store, and we'll look around in the little store if they've got it open. I don't even know if they have that open yet. But I haven't really stopped anybody yet to talk to them, because I know how it is. They're busy right now trying to get set up, and I don't want to slow them up. So we'll walk up there, see what we can find, and we'll just walk up there and see what we can find.
Morning!
Good morning. Coffee bar. Let's go in the outpost here and see what they got going on.
We were in 93 at GOM.
I know.
Yeah, you were there.
I was there.
So I was walking around in the little camp store, the outpost here, and I found something I had to have. Check this out. Probably whiskey. I found some stickers in here too that I may keep or I may give away, so I got a that might want these. So Born to Whittle. I got a Let's Get Naughty.
Let's do medium.
And this one is for a particular buddy of mine, the Camp Chef. Pretty cool stickers. So I have wandered around here and found some of the stuff that I wanted, and now I think it's time for me to move on and see what else they got to offer. This is like a grown man Disneyland. My buddy Randy said that.
You don't want a buttermilk thing.
I was good. I just got my carnivore stuff, but it was very hard to walk away and smell the pancakes that they have cooking around here. So doing the best I can. But you want to talk about carnivore? Let me show you something carnivore.
or something?
Huh?
So I just came across this booth here, and you guys know that I'm really like not a Leatherman guy, but the reason I'm not is because there are certain things that I would like to have on it that maybe don't come on it and things like that. And I've always thought that they should make them modular. But I came across this booth here, and I want to show you this stuff. So, what is the name of this?
This is Rocks on Tools.
Rocks on Tools?
Yes, and these are modular multi-tools.
Modular multi-tools. So check this out. All of these are all modular, and you can change these out.
Like this.
How cool is that?
Any of these implements.
Any of the tools up here you can make modular on this set. That is so cool. This is what I would look for in like a Leatherman, for it being modular. And I mean, the platform itself is really, really nice. But to have all these other options, that's a win. So that's something we need to check out more in the future. All right, so we're over here at the Pathfinder booth. Seems like I just saw these guys one time not long ago. I don't remember. Seems like I saw them not long ago. They were somewhere.
I've never seen you before in my life. Who is this guy coming over filming us?
Mr. Canterbury.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. You guys, y'all have a good week out running around. I know that you dropped some bacon.
Yeah.
How
Dropped a little bacon.
that's awesome.
We're going to see that bacon again here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Oh, are you?
At 1 o'clock, we're gonna process that bad boy.
Oh, that's awesome. Yep.
Hey, how you doing?
I've still got to find me somebody that cuts thick bacon like that I got from you. That's some good bacon now.
Bacon steaks right there.
That's for sure. That's for sure. All right, so we have made our way back down to camp. I'm making me another cup of coffee. But I forgot I never went through my Georgia Bushcraft goodie bag from the other day. So let's go through that together real quick. So when we got here, this is what we got. There is a set of simple shot slingshot bands in here. Got some, let's see, it's in here somewhere, I dropped it. Got the Wombat Whistle Vial Kit from Outdoor Element. Little whistle. It has some little fire starters in it. And it has an area for you to put your little fire starters in the back of tenders in the back of it, so that's really cool. So you got a way to signal for rescue and some tinder to get a fire starter if you had to have it. So it's really cool. So that was a nice little addition to the goodie bag here. Got a Old Town Cutlery little cup. I don't know what you would put in a cup like that, but it kind of looks like whiskey. But you know, a lot of cups look like that though. Nature Line at School. Got a real old school carpenter's pencil here. That's awesome. Got some awesome Bushcraft coffee here. And they hooked us up with several packs of the Bushcraft coffee, which I'm about to have. Whoop. Another pack. Bushcraft. A really nice pen from Bushcraft. Really, really cool. Raffle tickets. I got my eye on something I'll talk to you about later. Got Bushcraft koozie. Nice. A Write in the Rain notepad. You can never have enough of those. Some Old Town cutlery matches. More coffee. It came with this Wazoo fire card. These are really cool, so you just scratch a little of this off and it makes a good fire tender. Very cool. It has quite a few like cool stickers and stuff in here. And then a lot of pamphlets for information and stuff on here. This is a really cool sticker too. Check that one out. Very nice. Really, really nice stuff in their little goodie bags. So right now I think I'm gonna make some good use of the coffee. I got me a new cup, so like I needed another cup. But this morning I told you guys that I left my kuksa at home. And it just so happens that I found another cup while we're here. It's not exactly a kuksa, but it's pretty fitting. Probably whiskey. So I think I'm gonna clean this out real quick and make me a cup of coffee in this. So, coffee for the second time today. That campfire, the Bushcraft coffee that Georgia Bushcraft offers, it's actually good coffee. For lunch today, I actually got some of the Bucky's beef jerky. So we stopped on the way up and got some beef jerky. This is the Korean barbecue. I wasn't sure about it when I first started eating it, but it's kind of growing on me. And now it's pretty good. So this is lunch today, carnivore lunch. I may or may not have had some Nutter Butters for breakfast though. That's Sarah's fault. She packed them and I'm a man of very little willpower. Thanks, babe. Whether it be classes for adults or a place to just hang around for the kids, Georgia Bushcraft has a little bit of something for everyone. If you come to Georgia Bushcraft and you can't find a piece of gear that you wanted, you really didn't look around at the vendors too well.
If you're not at Georgia Bushcraft right now, what are you doing with your life? You need to be here right now. So if you see this video later on, you're gonna kick yourself that you weren't here at 2025.
That's the first camo witch hat I've ever seen in my life.
It's a wizard's hat, I'm not a witch!
So it is sprinkling a little bit. It hasn't started raining yet, but it's starting to sprinkle and people are starting to make an exodus from the vendor area. So I too am gonna make an exodus and head down to camp, and I think I'm gonna get ready and try to figure out what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight. I'm getting ready, I'm a little peckish. All right, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I was completely faked out by the overcast and by the time change. I thought it was getting late. It was like 3:30. So I just went back and got a snack and decided to make my way back up through here and look around some more. But yeah, the overcast and the time change really faked me out this time. Well, people are starting to gather up here for the raffle. They're putting stuff out here for the raffle. And they do the raffle here for, I think it's 3 times. I think it's tonight, tomorrow night, and then Sunday, at some point on Sunday, they do a raffle too. Unbelievable stuff. So I got me some tickets to drop. And if I get a chance, I'm gonna drop on all of my tickets for tonight on a Shackleton. I really want one of the Shackletons, so we'll see what we can do.
Is anyone doing a workshop booth here?
I got some tickets to try to win me a Shackleton, so.
It's time for that raffle, and if everybody's ready, I'm gonna count down from 3 to 1, and we're gonna drop those tickets. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Drop those tickets, guys. We're making 2 lines on both sides of the table. First of all, I want to welcome every single one of you to Georgia Bushcraft 2025, but hold your applause because little do you know, you are at the very first ever Adventure Expo. This is our rebrand for our product, guys. Georgia Bushcraft has been our moniker for a long time, but we are doing so much more amazing things these days. We're going to be Georgia Bushcraft until the day we die, but this show is our first ever run at our Adventure Expo. And so with that said, is everybody having a great time so far? And is everybody ready to get rid of this stuff on my table? Okay, without further ado, guys, I'm going to start over here with the very first table and the very first item. What do I got? Got a couple of custom Tough Possum prizes that bear the logo of a certain company called Georgia Bushcraft. These are going to be custom, guys. Custom from Tough Possum. You're going to win a satchel, and it's going to say Tough Possum. And I am going to give it right now to whoever's holding ticket number 969064. 969064. Tough 074434. 074434.
Well, the rain's finally made it. It's 4:30 in the morning, and it just hit, and it's storming. A lot of lightning, heavy rain, but so far so good under this new one-wind tarp. I got the ends closed up on it, feel pretty sealed up in here. I'm pretty happy with it so far. So I don't know. I'm going back to sleep though. This rains when you get the good sleep. Coffee, not whiskey, coffee. So, good morning. I had a good night last night. As you seen, we had a thunderstorm roll in. I guess it was 5:30ish this morning, somewhere in there. And what was it?
It's 4:30.
Oh, was it 4:30? Yeah. So, it stormed pretty good here. There's a good amount of water around, but in our site, it's pretty good here. And I have to say that one wind setup that I've got has worked really, really good. I'm very, very happy with that. So that is a good buy. That tarp, that billow tarp, is a really good buy. I'm really, really happy with that. But I'm drinking my coffee this morning because I have to get headed up to the front pretty quick because I am teaching my lost kids class this morning, my lost and found kids class. So teach those kids how to, or what to do if they get lost in the woods. So that's something that's near and dear to my heart, and I'm really excited to teach these kids. So this morning I'm gonna head up there and teach some kids some stuff, and then the rest of the day I've got a lot of classes. So I'm gonna drink my coffee, head up there and try to teach these kids something. Nice. So this is pretty cool. Battle Box sponsored a Battle Ruck challenge this morning at Georgia Bushcraft, and these folks took off out through, I don't know how far they did, but they did it, and it was raining and nasty and muddy and stuff this morning, and they had to come back up here, and I don't remember if they have to get their fire started before they take off or if they come back and get their fire started, but it's really, really cool, and these folks are pushing, so it's a neat thing to see. Obviously I didn't do a ruck challenge, but I should get myself in shape to be able to do something like that. So how'd you do? How'd you do? You made it, you lived. So this is pretty cool. This is my classroom for my first class ever at Georgia Bushcraft. And again, I'm teaching my lost and found kids class on what to do if they get lost in the woods. And I'm pretty excited. This is a cool little spot right here. We've got some cool stuff to teach these kids. And Sarah put us together some goodie bags for the kids. And it's really cool. So let's sit down real quick and I'll show you what I've got. My kids should be showing up here in a little while. Hopefully I'll have some kids coming anyway. Check out what I found in the adventure camp. Bongos. Pretty cool. So Sarah set us up some goodie bags for my class, and I'm excited about it. So let me show you what she put together for me. So this is one of the bags that she put together. So we wanted to have just a little pack or something for the kids to carry their gear in, because that's kind of something that we're gonna start promoting, that when the parents take their kids to the woods for a day hike, camping, what have you, those kids should have a small pack on all the time with some emergency gear in it. Just a few things to help them get found if they get lost in the woods. So Sarah put together these little drawstring bags for the kids. I thought it was a really cool gesture. So unfortunately, I would prefer these bags to be orange. But the ones that she was able to get were black, but that's okay. Inside this bag is an orange bandana, and that'll come in very handy for signaling for these kids. There is an orange whistle in here and a little orange flashlight. So the whistle is for audible signaling, and the orange flashlight is for visual signaling at night. It comes with some other little goodies in here. There's a little Rewild Outdoors bracelet in here, and Sarah put together some little sticker bags for the kids. They have some other stuff in there. So just little fun stuff along with their emergency supplies. I thought that was a really, really neat idea for Sarah, and this is just a representation of what the parents should make for their children when they go in the woods. So very, very thankful to Sarah for putting this little bag together, and she also put some of the little key tags on here. This is the little Rewild Outdoors bear key tag, so these are pretty cool. But I think the kids are going to enjoy these, and I think I've got 15 kids that are signed up to come to the class, and I think she put together me a couple of extra ones of these and one for demonstration purposes. So I am literally 30 minutes early for my class, but I'm excited. I'm excited to teach these kids, so I think this is going to be fun. Before we get into the packs here, I want to talk to the parents a little bit, and I've seen a few things here that we'll talk about too, but one of the things that I found out when I started researching this class, and it's actually really scary. I started researching this class, and I found out that on average, when a child is misplaced from their parents in the woods, Walmart, wherever it is, on average, parents wait up to 3 hours before they call for help. They search and search and search on their own because they're too embarrassed to say, hey, my kids, I've let my kids get lost. And that's that they're embarrassed. And if you've ever had a toddler that was trying to put something in their mouth you didn't want them to put in their mouth, that's the fastest thing on the planet. So, even these little small ones, 3 hours is a long time for that youngin' to be gone. And they can go a long way in 3 hours. So what they recommend is, after you have done a cursory search of your immediate area, call search and rescue, call for help. They would much rather have you call them and say, hey, I have found them, please call off the search. They would much rather you do that than be 3 hours behind the ball trying to find this kid. Well, my class went awesome. The kids were great, and I think they all learned something, and that's what's important to me. So if we can teach that class and save one kid sometime, everything will be worth it. So it makes me really happy to teach that class. Now I've got some classes to take. I actually have to head up and take Survival on the Water's Edge with Mr. Dave Canterbury. And I've got a few more classes to take today too, so I'm looking forward to it. It ain't all about just running around here and finding stuff that I might want to buy. There's some awesome classes, so go get involved.
What we're talking about here is longer term survivability. Oh, here he comes. Welcome to the party. So we're talking about a little longer term stuff here where we've decided we're going to go camp for a week. So don't mistake this for survival on the water's edge, meaning that winter survival scenario. We're just going to talk about procuring food around the water's edge, whether you're going to be there for a day, a week, or a month. All of these things will apply. It doesn't matter. So here's the thing about the water's edge. Again, we're going to talk about ways to procure food quickly on the water's edge. We're not going to talk too much about primitive methods of procuring food. We're not going to talk about spring pole traps. We're not going to talk about braided line that we make off the landscape. We're not going to talk about gorge hooks, because honestly, I'm a big believer in the fact that if you can't carry a fish hook that weighs nothing in your wallet, in your hat, somewhere in a kit, I don't understand that, because fish hooks don't weigh anything. You can use a rock for a weight if you need it. You can use a piece of stick for a float if you need it. You can use a stick for a pole if you need it. So if you're carrying a little bit of line with you and a couple fish hooks, you got stuff to fish with. You can make spears easy enough off the landscape, but it's easy to carry those things. You know, something like a small frog spear like this doesn't weigh hardly anything to put in your kit. And lots of things around the water's edge can be taken with something this simple.
All right, so we just did the Dave Canterbury, our Survival on the Water's Edge class. Now it's Mr. Kenny Brunswig with improvised first aid, so this should be a good one.
I've been in fire and EMS for over 30 years, retired combat medic, and so I love what I do. I've never had to work a day in my life. But with first aid, especially with Red Cross and other courses like that, EMT, paramedic, everything's very, very much set. Like, you know, you have your 4x4, you have your cling, you have your SAM splints. Well, this class here is all about thinking outside the box and understanding the concept of what a Band-Aid is and what a splint is, okay? After we do our bandaging, we want to recheck our pulse. If there's no pulse, we screwed up. We want there to be a pulse. We want blood to flow, all right? We want everything to be nice and flowy.
Kenny did a really good job on that improvised first aid class. And I always love seeing classes like that that teach you how to, you know, think outside the box. That typically everything we encounter, pretty much anywhere, but everything we encounter out here in the outdoors especially, it's just critical thinking and problem solving. So you don't have to know everything, you just have to have a good imagination and critical thinking and problem solving skills. You got it made. So Kenny did a really good job with that, and I really enjoyed the class. Now I got a little break. I'm gonna walk around here, and gotta go find me some lunch pretty quick here. And we got another class. I think we've got a class with Craig Caudle, my favorite instructor, here in just a little while, so I'm looking forward to that.
But the trick is, I'll show you. So you take a lock, and you get your tensioner off of the cart, and then you put the tensioner over just like you would turn the key clockwise, okay? And this is called a rake. And most of these locks will open with a rake very easily. The rake method is what you're doing is see how those pins jump up and down?
So one of the first things that we're going to do is we're going to talk about an overview of everything out here. If you're starting to try to identify trees, most people, one of the first things they're going to do is look at the leaves, right? Most of us look at the leaves to help identify what it is that we're looking at. Another piece that we can look at is the bark, and we're going to go around and we're going to touch trees, we're going to look at trees, talk about different characteristics, try to pick up on.
Well, I was getting dressed to head down to the raffle, and it's starting to rain, so I think I'm gonna wait. I may end up skipping the raffle altogether. I don't know. If it's gonna be raining down there, I'm not gonna go down there. I even had my Burn It shirt on. If you've been to Georgia Bushcraft, you know what that's all about. But unfortunately, it's starting to rain, and it looks like it's gonna be a pretty good storm, so I don't know, I guess we'll just play it by ear.
273 and ticket number 009274. Abby, if you're out there, I drew your name twice, sweetheart. You're a double winner.
If you have children, please hold on to your children, all of them. Thank you guys so much, and I really hope you enjoy the show.
I have to admit, I have no idea what's about to go on here.
Yeah, I don't even know what Zach Powell's doing up there. Making s'mores?
Yeah, I think they're fixing to make s'mores.
Adventurers and bushcrafters. Tonight, we gather not just to witness fire, but to honor it.
Coffee. It is a damp morning at Georgia Bushcraft this morning. It's Sunday morning. We're going to be packing up in a little bit and getting ready to get out of here, but everything's wet. It rained for a good while, and which was nice to sleep to. It always stinks to have to wake up the wet gear to pack up, but it is what it is. Sometimes it happens and nothing you can do about it. But I think this morning I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna make one more pass. I really haven't talked to any of the vendors or anything, so I'm gonna try to catch some of the vendors this morning and talk to them before we have to get out of here. And because I feel like I've spent the whole camp just kind of doing my thing and not really filming as much as I should. So, but that's a good thing. I have enjoyed it, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to learn to do, is enjoy the event as well, because I tend to video it and then I get to see the event in the editing process. So this year I'm trying to enjoy the events in real time. But I'm gonna drink my cup of coffee first, and then I'll head down there and see if anybody's open yet. I don't know. With it being rainy and stuff, people may not even open up today. So I made it back over here to the Crystal Creek Gear booth, and they got something really cool. So I'm gonna have Mike tell us about it. Mike, what's the deal with your new reels here?
Yeah, these are anodized aluminum Go Reels, Go Reel Pro, and they come in four different colors. We're out of one. One's a burnt orange color. They come with 60 feet of braided line, and yeah, they're designed for the heavy hand reel user.
And so, in general, are the finger holes a little bigger in these than they are in the smaller ones? So if you got bigger hands.
Yep, yeah, they are. We've introduced just larger finger holes.
Okay.
The original ones we had were 3D printed, and they were actually smaller than these too. So we've actually increased them.
And even these are they're different now than the 3D printed, right?
Yep, they're no longer 3D printed. It's ABS plastic. It's injection molded out of Ohio, and comes with the hand reel itself. And we've redesigned this a little bit. They're lighter weight. Comes with the built-in tackle box, so nothing's going to fall out. And then they come preloaded with kind of a starter kit for 3 different styles of fishing on lake and rivers.
One of the things Mike was telling me yesterday about the injection molded is it's hard to see on camera here, but these are smoother, right?
They are smoother, yeah.
So they actually, even the injection mold, they were, or the 3D printed were still really nice, but because these are smoother on there, you're going to get a smoother, better cast. So you guys are really working to just improve all the time, huh?
Yeah, we're trying to make them better every time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
As soon as you ignite this, it will ignite the card, and then you'll have this like fury. It burns hot and ferocious. But for the sake of just doing the test run, make a little pile, like a quarter size, and then I do a reverse push method, but it doesn't. You can, whatever works for you.
Cool.
So you guys know that I like to prep stuff, and we've had some issues with our well pump in the past, and I would love to have a hand pump, and I've always thought that our pump was a little bit too deep for that. And I stopped by over here to see Jared at Southern Homestead, and you can check him out on YouTube. He's going to tell us about some of the stuff he's got here, and I'm actually really impressed by it. So I think you guys will get something out of this. Jared, tell us about what you got here.
So we got a couple of different water setups here. Like we had talked before, this is a hand pump made by Simple Pump. And so rather than working on a pole that really limits how far that you can do it, it works on the push. So the foot is actually pushing the water all the way up. And I want to say maximum depth to static water is like 700 feet. So we can go, if you're in the south or anywhere in this region, there is absolutely no issue in putting a hand pump in. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Great for, they put out a surprising amount of water. Great for emergency use.
Yep, and that's awesome. So that would actually work for our application. Now I know it's not inexpensive to do something like this, but what's that you said yesterday about, or the other day about in an emergency situation?
It always seems like a lot of money when everything is good, and the minute that everything is not, all of a sudden a few $1,000s doesn't seem like that big a deal.
Right.
And we learned that firsthand in Hurricane Helene.
Yes. Well, and then you guys have some solar set up here with solar pumps and stuff too?
This is kind of what I consider next level. This is great for emergency use. Getting into solar well pumps, this is great for emergency use, but it's also everyday use. So
okay.
I've got 4 wells on my farm. All 4 of them been running these for 6 or 7 years. I don't know how many we've installed, but it's a pretty amazing system. So the actual well pump it's sunk down in that casing over there, it looks like a standard well pump. So
yep.
it works and functions just like a normal well pump. The only difference is during the day when the sun's out, we're running on solar panels. At night or in an emergency where we didn't have sun, you just plug it into 110 volts. It's got an automatic switch in here, so like on a house, I'd never know it switched over at night. It just does its thing. And so
wow.
It's one of those great things for emergency use because you don't even know. It doesn't affect your lifestyle in any way, shape, or form. You know, for the average person, what they know is they've got a couple of solar panels, and when they turn on their faucet, water comes out.
Yep.
And so that's one of our favorite kind of prepping items.
Yep. That actually kind of solves some of the problem that I had in my mind about water, because I actually don't have water on my property, a water feature on my property. And for prepping and survival, that's one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
You know, water, no life.
No water, no life.
So this really kind of solves that problem for me. So what's the easiest way for them to find you on the internet?
So YouTube, we're at Southern Homesteads on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook, we're the same, or southernhomesteads.com. I just want to add just one more quick note that a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people think in a well that we're an either or. Like I can put a hand pump or I can put a standard pump. This goes in conjunction with whatever pump you already have in the well. So if you have an existing well and you want to add a mechanical pump, this goes down with the your standard pump and it's in there. Same with the solar setup. It's really, really common for us to put a whole solar setup in and put a hand well as backup in the same well hole, no issues.
Very cool. So I appreciate you so much for taking the time. I know you've been super busy this weekend out
It's
here.
been a good show.
Yep, so I appreciate you so much, man. Thanks a lot.
You guys.
So I know I didn't go around here and hit all the different booths and stuff this year. This year has been a lot more about just kind of my experience here and me just enjoying this event. But I did want to bring you the things that I thought were important for you guys to see at the Georgia Bushcraft Fall Gathering. So if you've never been, it's a great event to come to. There's so much for you to learn and see and do and touch. If you ever had a knife that you've ever wanted, you can just about pick it up and touch it here. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. We are about to pack up and hit the road. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it that big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you get notified next time we put out a video. And we're going to hit the road and head back home. Appreciate you guys watching. See you next week.